You feel it before you understand it. A heaviness that enters your chest like a hand pressing down from the inside. Your breathing changes first. Each inhale gets shorter. Each exhale takes longer. The room around you is still there. The ceiling, the light, the faces. But something between you and the world is thinning, like a wall made of glass slowly cracking from the center outward. This is Sakarat al-Maut, the agony of death, and no human being who has ever lived has been spared from it. Your throat tightens. A coldness begins at your feet and starts to climb. Not the coldness of winter, something deeper, something pulling heat out of your body from the inside. Your toes go numb. Then your ankles, then your shins. The coldness rises through your knees, your thighs, your stomach. It wraps around your ribs like a fist, slowly closing. You try to speak. Your mouth opens, but the words dissolve before they reach the air. You try to move your hand. Your fingers twitch once, then stop responding entirely. Your body is shutting down, limb by limb, like rooms going dark in a house where the electricity is being cut one circuit at a time. Someone beside you is calling your name. You can hear them, but their voice sounds farther away with every second, like they're standing at the end of a hallway that keeps stretching. You want to answer. You want to say one last thing, but the distance between your soul and your tongue has already become too wide to cross. Then something enters the room. You can't see it, but you feel it with a certainty deeper than anything your five senses have ever given you. It sits at your head. It has been assigned to this exact moment since before you were born. And it speaks, not with a voice you hear through your ears, with a weight you feel through your entire being. It calls to your soul. It tells it to come out, and your soul responds, not by choice, by command. If you lived a life of faith, what happens next is gentle. Your soul exits your body the way a drop of water flows from the mouth of a vessel. Smooth, effortless, like it was always meant to leave. Like the body was only ever a temporary container, and the seal has finally been broken. But if you lived a life of heedlessness, the extraction is different. Your soul clings to your flesh. It does not want to come out. It is pulled the way metal skewers are yanked from wet wool, tearing at everything on the way through. The moment your soul separates from your body, you are surrounded. Not by one presence, by many. They have been waiting. They carry something with them. You cannot see what it is in any way your human mind can describe. But if you lived well, what they carry smells like the sweetest musk that has ever existed on the face of the earth. They wrap your soul in it. Not a physical wrapping, something more complete. Something that covers every part of what you are. And then they begin to carry you upward. You rise. You pass through the first heaven, and at its gate, the angels who guard it ask who you are. The ones carrying you answer. They call you by the best names you were ever known by in your life. Not the titles, not the business card. The names that people used when they loved you. The gate opens. You pass through. And at every heaven after that, the same thing happens. You are announced. You are welcomed. You are carried further. At the seventh heaven, something happens that no language on earth can contain. Your record is written, not in ink, not on paper, in a place called Iliyun, the highest registry. A command is given. Return this soul to the earth. I created them from it. I will return them to it, and from it, I will bring them out again. And just like that, you descend. Your soul is returned to your body, but your body has been moved. It is no longer in the hospital bed. It is no longer warm. It has been washed. It has been wrapped. And you are about to experience every remaining stage from the inside. The washing happened while your soul was ascending. Your body was taken to a quiet room. They laid you on a surface and covered you with a cloth to protect what was left of your dignity. A man stepped forward. He cleaned you first the way you are supposed to be cleaned. Then he performed wudu on you, your face, your arms, your feet. The same sequence you performed 5 times a day for prayer. Except this time, someone else's hands did it for you. For the last time. They washed your right side first, then your left. They used water and cedar, the leaves of the lote tree, and in the final washing they added camphor. 3 full washes. The same method taught to the companions when the daughter of the prophet was being prepared for her grave. No one read Quran over you during the washing. No one made special supplications. Just the quiet sound of water and the careful hands of people trying to honor you one final time. Then the shrouding. 3 pieces of white cloth. Not a shirt, not a turban, just 3 simple pieces of clean white cotton. No brand, no stitching, no design. The same fabric used for the poorest man in any village on earth. Perfume was placed on the parts of your body that would touch the ground in prostration. Your forehead, your palms, your knees, your toes. As if even in death, your body is being positioned for one final act of worship. They carried you out. The janazah prayer was called. People lined up. No bowing, no prostration, just standing. 4 times they said the takbir. They asked for mercy on your behalf. They asked for forgiveness for you. Some of them meant it with every fiber of their being. Others were just going through the motions, already thinking about what comes next in their day. You could see who meant it and who didn't, and the difference was devastating. Dozens of hands reached out to carry your frame. The Prophet said there is immense reward in carrying the janazah. Some of the people carrying you barely knew your name. Some of them didn't like you when you were alive. It didn't matter now. They carried you anyway. A man you had a falling out with years ago helped lift the wooden board. You never fixed things between you. You always meant to. You assumed you had time. They reached the grave. The ground was already open. They lowered you in on your right side, facing the Qibla, the direction you prayed toward your entire life. Someone recited as they placed you down. Planks of wood were set above you. Then the soil began to fall. First gently, then steadily. Each handful of earth that hit the wood above you sounded like a door closing in a building with no exit. The sky disappeared. The light disappeared. The voices above grew quieter with every handful. Then you heard them leaving. You heard their footsteps, one by one. The sound of sandals on dirt. The sound of shoes on gravel. The sound of car doors. The sound of engines. Each one moving further away. You heard every single footstep of the very last person to walk away from your grave. And when that final footstep faded into nothing, you understood what alone means. This is not loneliness. Loneliness is wishing someone were there. This is the knowledge that no one is coming back. There is no rescue. There is no phone call. There is no second opinion. Just you, the earth, and the truth of what you did with the time you were given. Then the earth moves. Not an earthquake. Something closer. Something personal. The grave presses against you. It squeezes. Not even the greatest of the companions was spared from this. Sa'd ibn Mu'adh, the man for whose death the throne of the Most Merciful shook with joy, the man whose funeral was attended by 70,000 angels, even his grave squeezed him once before it released. No one escapes this. For the believer, it is brief. A pressure and then relief. For others, it does not stop. For others, the ribs meet. Then they come. 2 presences settle beside you with an authority that makes everything before this feel small. They are Munkar and Nakir. They sit you up. You are no longer lying down. You are facing them. And in this space there is no negotiation, no charm, no intellect to deploy, no connection to call, no lawyer to hire. There is only the truth of what you believed and how you lived. The first question comes, who is your Lord? It doesn't ask what you said with your mouth. It asks what your soul knew, what your heart carried, what you relied on when everything else failed. The answer either rises from inside you with the force of a lifetime of certainty, or it doesn't come at all. If you lived it, you say it. My Lord is Allah. And it comes out of you like the most natural thing you have ever spoken. The second question, what is your religion? Not the label you carried on your ID card. Not the box you checked on government forms. The actual way you lived your days. The choices you made at midnight. The things you avoided because you feared your Lord, and the things you fell into because you forgot Him. If you lived it, the answer comes. My religion is Islam, and it feels like breathing. The third question, who is this man who was sent among you? The messenger, the one whose example was placed in your life as a mercy and a map. Did you follow him, or did you just know his name? Did you love what he taught and carry it into your anger, your business, your marriage, your solitude? Or did you hang his words on your walls and ignore them in your dealings? If you lived it, the answer rises. He is the messenger of Allah, and it lands with the weight of a life that tried, even imperfectly, to follow. A voice calls from above. My servant has spoken the truth. And what happens next defies everything your mind has ever processed. Your grave, the dark, tight space of earth and wood, begins to open. Not physically the way a room expands, something beyond physical. It stretches until it becomes as far as your eye can see in every direction. Light enters from a place that has no sun and no lamp. Carpets from a place you have never seen are spread beneath you. You are clothed in something from that same place. And a gate opens. Not a gate made of metal or wood. A gate made of something your earthly eyes were never built to perceive. Through it comes a fragrance and a warmth and a peace that makes every beautiful thing you ever experienced in your life feel like a faded shadow of this single moment. Then a figure approaches you. A man with the most beautiful face you have ever seen. His clothes are beautiful. His scent is sweet. He sits beside you and says, "Rejoice in what pleases you, for this is your day which you have been promised." You ask him who he is. He smiles and says, "I am your good deeds." Every prayer you prayed when no one was watching. Every coin you gave when no one would ever know. Every wrong you walked away from when it would have been so easy to give in. Every morning you dragged yourself to wudu when your bed was warm and the room was cold. Every time you bit your tongue instead of destroying someone with your words. Every time you chose patience when rage was easier. That is who is sitting beside you now. All of it collected into this single presence that will stay with you until the day the earth splits open and every soul is called to stand. And you will rest. In peace, in light, in a state that has been compared to the sleep of a bride the night before her wedding. Not a sleep of exhaustion, a sleep of anticipation, of knowing that what is coming is greater than anything you can imagine. And you will stay in this state, in this place between worlds called Barzakh, until the trumpet is blown and time itself comes to an end. But above you, the world moves on. Your phone stops ringing after 3 days. Your email fills with messages no one will ever read. Your parking spot is given to someone else. The project you were working on is reassigned by Thursday. Your wife moves your clothes out of the closet after a few months, not because she stopped loving you, because the living have to keep living. Your children mention your name less and less, not from cruelty, but from the sheer momentum of life pulling them forward. The shoes you bought last month are worn by a stranger. The argument you were winning doesn't exist anymore. The grudge you were carrying has no carrier. The money you were saving sits in an account that will be divided according to laws you never read. And none of it, not a single thing, followed you into the ground. Not your house, not your car, not your degree, not your followers, not your reputation. The only thing that came with you was what you sent ahead. The deeds, the prayers, the patience, the sincerity, the moments you chose your Lord over your comfort. You had time. You had so much time. Morning after morning, the sun came up, and you were given another chance, another prayer. Another opportunity to say sorry, to forgive someone, to lower your head to the ground and mean it. You were given thousands of these chances, and you spent most of them assuming there would always be tomorrow. This is every stage, from the first tightness in your chest to the last expansion of your grave. From the moment the coldness entered your feet to the moment light entered your resting place. Every stage happened to you. And the only thing that separated peace from terror at every single stage was what you did while you were still breathing. You're still breathing right now.